Happy 2020 and welcome to CBiz Media.
What can they expect in 2020 for the tea?
So in 2020, the tea is always going to be hot, and there's definitely going to be some more tea that's coming up shortly. So it's going to be a surprise. So stay on the lookout for it. The tea is going to be hot. The tea is not going to ever get warm. It's going to always be hot. So the tea is going to stay hot. So just keep on listening, and I promise you, we will not disappoint you.
Yes, you never disappoint. And so you guys stay here with CBiz Media and the Tea Podcast in 2020.
Woo!
SLT Inspirations is here for your specialty needs. Follow them at Oily Editor on Instagram. Refining books one edit at a time. Refining health and wellness one drop at a time. Contact them direct at inspireslt.slt@gmail.com or visit them online at sltllc.com. Also available, Gathering the Fragments, The Will and the Kill. Available now by S.L. Taylor. Get your copy right now on Amazon Kindle.
How you doing this evening? I just came on just for a few minutes. I hope you had an awesome day thus far. It's going to be an amazing day throughout the evening, throughout your week. You are going to have an amazing time. It's going to be amazing. God is going to show up and blow your mind. But I just want to tell you, the thing that will stop you from reaching, for me, the island of success, or the thing that'll stop you from reaching your level of success that you desire, is a 4-letter word. F-E-A-R, fear. Fear. And guess what? You cannot successfully reach where God is taking you if you are afraid. What are we afraid of? Are we afraid of the unknown? Are we afraid of failure? Are we afraid of success? All that fear will paralyze you. Fear will stop you moving from keeping up, making up in your mind that you are going to leave the past alone. You're going to move forward. And the only way we can move forward is we have to be able to make the change to move forward. Stop today and say, I will fear no more. Fear no more what people think about me, what they say about me, what they say about my services, whatever it is, what they think about me as a person. Guess what? Because you know God. God knows you. Y'all have an awesome relationship. I'm just saying now. I know I have a relationship with God. I know who I am and I know who I belong to. So what somebody says about what God has birthed inside of me, I consider them kryptonite. That's kryptonite. Superman, he couldn't be around kryptonite because of the paralyzing. Stay away from the negative people because they're going to keep you where you are. God wants you to move as he tells you to move. He wants you to move as he tells you to move. And the only way we can do that, we have to put everything that happened in our past, leave it in our past. The only way we're going to be able to move forward and continue to move forward and grow is to leave the fear where it is. False evidence appearing real. Or forget everything and run, whichever one you want to call it. But you have to be able within yourself to say, I want to change this, and this. I want to change these things so I can move forward. So fear will no longer paralyze me. And the things that paralyze us, is sad to say, but it's people. People, when we get over people, we will be batting 1,000. When we get over people, their ideas, their what we need to do, they're concerned about us, we'll be okay. If God has given you instructions, do what God has told you to do. Stay away from the kryptonite that will that kryptonite will have you thinking all you can do is where you are right now. That kryptonite will have you thinking that fear, you don't have any boldness about you. But yes, you do. God wants us to be bold for what he has birthed inside of us. He wants you to stand up tall and be bold. Keep a smile on your face. I don't care what they saying behind your back. I don't care what they saying in your face. Continue to have a smile, because when you have a smile, you confuse the devil. You confuse him, because he don't know which way to go now. I did this and she's still smiling. I did this and she's still happy, or he. Keep smiling. Keep a smile on your face, because God is standing right there with you. Consult God when you're about to do anything that you're going to do. Always consult God first. Don't make him your last resort. He should be your first resort. Stay away from the kryptonite and get rid of the fear. Do you know if you get rid of the fear, the load on you will be so light. It will be so light, feel like you just glide. Because you no longer have fear, because you trust God wholeheartedly to guide you, to lead you where he has for you to go. His plans are not our plans. His thoughts are not our thoughts. So relinquish you trying to figure it out, and let God lead you where he has for you to go. He's not going to lead us wrong, but we need to release everything to God. Release everything to God. The good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. God, I give it to you. I give it to you. Release it to God so you can continue to move forward. If you still stuck in the past, ask God to give you what you need to get from there and come here. And then once you get here, Lord, help me move past this point so I can continue to move forward where you have for me to go. Y'all be blessed. I love you. Stay away from the kryptonite. They poisonous. The poisonous. People will tell you something that is contradictory to what God has told you. They are poisoned. They are the kryptonite that's going to paralyze you. Be blessed.
Come on, put your hands together. Come on, you can move with it right now. I will lift my hands. Hey, I will lift my voice. Hey, hey, I will lift my hands to praise your name. Oh, yeah. I will sing my song. All the day long, I will leap for joy in order to praise. Oh, yes, I will lift my hands. I will lift my voice. I will lift my hands to praise your name. And pour you out a blessing. everything you want. Enough to receive. Help me praise your way. Oh, yeah. Help me praise your way. Oh, you. Help me praise your way. You can praise him today. Oh, yeah. Help me praise your way. Oh, yeah. Help me praise your way. Oh, yeah. Help me praise your way. You can praise him today. I'll praise him in the morning. I'll praise him in the new day. I'll praise him in the evening. Praise him when the sun goes down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stefan Laboussiere, also known as Stefan Speaks. And today, I want to give you the top 3 red flags in dating. Now, there's a lot of different red flags I can name. So I'm not going to sit here and say there aren't others that we can add to the list. And I really want you to comment below and tell me what you feel are your top 3 red flags. And because everyone's different, we're going to see different answers. But I'm going to give you 3 general ones. And I think these are ones that aren't always considered by a lot of people. But I definitely feel are warning signs or are things that you need to look into when they do pop up. And when I say look into, properly address them with that individual. So let's get right to it. Tip number 1, or red flag number 1. They're still mad at their ex. Now, here's the reason why this is a red flag. If this individual expresses resentment, anger, any kind of negativity towards their ex, then they're still holding on to something from that relationship. And they have not properly healed from that relationship. Now, you may be thinking, why is that really a big deal? We all don't like our exes, or not all of us, but many of you don't like your exes. And that shouldn't be an issue. But no, it's an issue because if that individual has not healed and come to peace about that situation, then they are 99.9% likely to drag something into this new relationship. They have emotional baggage that can cause a lot of problems in this now interaction with you. It could be insecurities that stem from that relationship. It could be a lack of trust because of the fact that they're not even going to believe all the good you bring to the table because they're still holding on to the bad they experienced in the last relationship. There's so many things that can come about it, but if they're still expressing anger and negative energy towards their ex, it needs to be talked about, it needs to be addressed, and we need to make sure they aren't carrying baggage with them, emotional baggage. Now, red flag number 2, they just want to go with the flow. So you hear that more from men. Men telling women, let's just go with the flow. The reality is that it can happen both ways, all right? But I will admit that it probably happens more with the men. Regardless of who it's happening with, the reality is that the individual who says, let's just go with the flow, has no vision for this relationship, has no specific plan. And that can be dangerous. I'm not saying it can't ever work out, but without an understanding of where we're trying to go with this, then people can end up getting very emotionally invested, but then very disappointed when that individual is not on the same page as you. I believe that if we're going to have a successful relationship, whatever that be, whether that be to be friends, romantically, whatever, we need to have a shared goal in mind or a shared vision. So if it's like, hey, we're getting to know each other for the sake of building towards a relationship, or hey, neither of us are ready right now, let's be friends and we're cool with being friends. Whatever it is, we got to be on the same page, but we have to know where we're trying to go with this. So when that individual cannot express that, I do believe that is a red flag, and you got to take a step back, because can you feel okay and comfortable with proceeding with someone who's very vague in their intentions with you? I think that's, again, too dangerous of a dynamic to entertain. And so that to me is definitely another huge red flag. And then the third red flag would be they hang around a very negative circle. So what am I saying here? What I'm saying is that if you take a deeper look into their lives, and the reality is that this is one that you may not learn on that first date, and you're gonna have to go deeper to really see this. But once you see it, or you become aware of it in any kind of way, it needs to be addressed. And the fact is, when people hang around negative people, they are going to hang on to negative thoughts. They're going to be fed a lot of negative energy. They're going to be fed a lot of unhealthy behavior. They're going to become a product of their environment to a certain extent. Now, I'm not saying 100% people who are constantly exposed to negativity aren't able to rise above that. But you've got to take a look or a deeper look at it and have a deeper discussion about this. Do they subscribe to the perceptions and beliefs of the people they hang around, whether it be their family members, their friends, so on and so forth? It's almost like if you're trying to have a serious relationship, and let's just use men for example, as in it's a woman dating a man, and the man hangs around nothing but single dudes who love to run the streets and wreak havoc, all right? You got to make sure this dude does not think the same way as his friend, that he's really gone past that and he's matured to a new level to where he's not going to allow that to affect him and how he handles this relationship with you and getting involved in inappropriate behavior that he doesn't need to be engaging in. Same thing if you're a man dating a woman. If she's around nothing but negative, let's say, even if they're not single friends, let's say just negative friends, whether they're in relationships or not, then you have a situation where these friends can feed her a lot of doubt, a lot of insecurity, make her question things about you that doesn't need to be questioned, but is simply coming from their negativity and their bad experiences and their lack of healing. And these things can cause a lot of problems. So again, look at the circle they're engaging with. Look at the people that they expose themselves to on a regular, consistent basis, and make sure they're not taking on and absorbing and mimicking a lot of that negative behavior and negative energy, because that will definitely or can definitely destroy your relationship. So again, like I said earlier, there's a lot of different red flags I can give you. I want you to tell me in the comments below, what are your top 3 red flags, or what may be your top red flag if you don't want to name all 3. And again, just make sure you subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. But always, always, when you see a red flag, just don't cut people off. Talk to them about it. Address it. Have mature discussions, because again, sometimes what you see is a red flag is a correctable issue. And if that individual is prepared and willing to make those corrections, then we can move forward with them. But if they're unwilling to do so, or they dismiss it as not a big deal, that's when you say, okay, well, this isn't going to work for me, and I've got to move forward without you. So again, subscribe, like the video, comment below, and I'll see you next time.
Happy 2020. This is Irene. Thank you for watching CBiz Media.
the Lord is my shepherd, my then, now, and after. A solid rock that's consistent, can solve a problem in an instant. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. Can't live without you. Can't live without you. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. I need you in my life. I need you in my life. For the Lord is my shepherd, my then, now, and after. A solid rock that's consistent, can solve a problem in an instant. I found in life that God is a must, for it is in Him that I put my trust. I love you so much, doesn't matter what I heard. They can say what they want, just as long as it's in your word. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. Can't live without you. Can't live without you. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. Need you in my life, life, life. Yeah, I love you, Lord. You're the source of my everything. Can't live without you. I can't make it without you. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. Can't live without you. Can't live without you. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. I need you in my life. Oh, Lord, love you. Because of you, there is no way I can do this without you. I need you in my life. I need you in my life. No matter the weather, you keep me together. No matter the cost, when I feel lost, you forever change me. Your love, it saved me. Oh, I need you in my life. There's no way, no way, no way. I'm so lost without you. You are the way, the way, the way. I need you in my life.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know where I'll be without music. It's a true story. I'ma let y'all into the gateway to my mind. Yeah. I noticed, had my lowest moments who really was around. With no one, in my emotions I drowned. I found to the people who were near. Well, I be talking, but they don't really hear. Yeah. I really wanna tell them all the facts, but they can't. I mean, I really can't handle that. Wait, nah, I can't handle that. I let them in and they got ammo if they ever attack. And they do. See where I'm from, you can't be vulnerable, vulnerable, vulnerable. If there's a chink in your armor, you can bet that's where they coming for. Yeah. Why can't they see beyond my mask? Well, I'm a pro, so that's a dumb question to ask. I'm the master of the straight face. Ask me how I'm doing. Shit, chillin', man. Coach should be my last name. And yeah, I'm cold, got a frozen heart of gold. And it won't thought, please say it ain't so. But I swear I got good intentions. But I kill it, I don't know. I'm on a self-destructive path. Get out the way. I try to ask for help, it's another mistake. Mistake, I just can't catch a break. I ask for advice, do you hear what you say? Like, you got it, what you worry about? You the man, yeah, you figure it out. Well, yeah, I figured the route, the way it's headed, said it's all up in south. I wanna tell them that I'm falling, I just ain't hit the ground. But I've been watching, and it's about like any time now. Said I've been lost, and I need some direction. They tell me, won't you pray to God, oh God, won't you catch this interception? Tell him that I'm falling, I just ain't hit the ground. But I've been watching, and it's about like any time now. I said I've been lost, and I need some direction. They tell me, won't you pray to God, oh God, won't you catch this reception? How's the reception? How I make sure that's clear? Is anyone there like is anyone here? I've been feeling so alone, up in my room, but I'm so far from home. Got no place to go, no comfort zone. Snakes all around town, no remote alarm. They say when it rains it pours. When I'm feeling like it's 40 days, 40 nights, can't show the pain, so I post a pic for 40 likes. Show a light, I'm swimming underwater, write a post about fighting through the storm and the people type. Show you right, but they don't really see the plight. How am I? Look, my hands outstretched, but I ain't waving high. That's just me grasping for a lifeline. The picture's crap. I'm catching wave after wave after wave, and the waves won't stop. I'm suffering in silence, try not to scream out. I'm normally good to manage, but the days I'm not. Hear me out. I'm confident and I believe in me too, but all I ever needed was someone to speak to, that I could be true. And when you tell them, they believe you when I say that I'm falling. I just ain't hit the ground, but I've been watching, and it's about like any time now. Said I've been lost, and I need some direction. They tell me, won't you pray to God, oh God, won't you catch this interception? Tell him that I'm falling, I just ain't hit the ground, but I've been watching, and it's about like any time now. Said I've been lost, and I need some direction. They tell me, won't you pray to God, oh God, won't you catch this interception? Tell them that I'm falling,